Yeah. Hi. Good morning to all of you. I think since the recording has just started, so we'll continue from here. Yeah. So Raj Informatica, with the aim to train, with the hands-on, making the training to be affordable for a large number of people. And you can watch a lot of how the Raj has started this training session on Informatica and try to help the students to get the job information on a lot of them. And at some point of time, Raj felt that we should expand it to other cloud technologies, and with that in mind, he has started putting in a lot of cloud technologies that are available for us to learn. Subsequently, we during our discussions, it also came to like that, some basics also need to be incorporated. That's where, Python basics and some of the Python things have also been started. So, cloud technologies is a bigger domain in which we are talking of sophisticated advanced technologies, including cyber security and, Snowflake, Azure data engineering. So there are a lot of other technologies which are based on cloud that are being taught. But yeah, base wise, some of the courses that we are running is like, AWS and Python full stack course, and Python using AI, ChatGPT. And now this kids programming course has been designed based on that. So Raj, you can go through various courses that have been offered for even different domain specific courses. And you can a lot of information regarding the database etc is also available in terms of YouTube channel. There is a YouTube Raj Informatica. So yeah, so you can please subscribe to this channel where you can find lot of like for example, this session was conducted by me around 8 months back on a Python for AI with ChatGPT, how you can use it. And there are a lot of other courses that are available, specifically, some of the free sessions, getting the glimpse of what kind of tools and technologies are available in terms of training. You can get it from through this channel. Please subscribe to this channel, and it will be helpful. So one of the things that our team is asking is that, if you can share your WhatsApp contact number and email ID, they will add you to one of the WhatsApp groups, specifically informing you about the updates of this course. Because this course, right now we have designed based on our understanding. We would like to take your feedback by the end of this course. By the end of today, we would like to finally structure the course and float the course into the for all the parents and students to register once we receive the feedback from all of you, so that we will incorporate that and we will try to finalize the we do have a course structure, but we want your feedback through this session. So I would be introducing you with what are the various things that we have planned at this point of time. Based on your feedback, we'll further modify for the course, the content that is available. Yeah. So with that brief background, so we will start with maybe, I think good number of participants are there, so we will start there. Yeah. Let me see. So basically this Python for kids, why did we start? Before that, I would just like to introduce myself. I will with PPT. I will just open up my PPT. Give me a couple of seconds. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I think it is taking a bit of time, but yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So I will just stop the sharing. Then I will maybe I'll make the whole screen. Then it will be maybe better. Yeah. You can see the screen. So yeah. So this course, I hope I would give couple of minutes more. Maybe you can put up your WhatsApp number and your email ID, so that we can further communicate to you about this course updates and whatever is relevant to this course through that WhatsApp group that is being created for this specific course purpose. So the basic idea is that we want to develop Python programming for young innovators, especially for the classes 6 to 12th age group. And through this, we would like to make sure that kids are ready for the future. So that's the tagline, that unlock your child's future. So that's the main theme that we are trying to do. So this will be mostly online live training. So I will more give you more details about how the training will be, what are the things that will be covered, etc., in the subsequent slides. So just coming back to brief introduction about me, I am Dr. K. Sudheendra. So I have my PhD from IIT Kanpur, and I'm also a certified data scientist. And I have developed different uh, softwares, both data acquisition and analysis softwares. Uh, Initially for my own internal consumption in terms of my own during PhD, and I used to develop these softwares out of my interest. And at some point of time, I have also developed these softwares for some of the different clients, including international clients, based on their own specific custom built applications, uh, for their specific applications, whatever they wanted. It ranges from data acquisition, analysis, and automation, and system automation, especially for some of the advanced manufacturing processes. Then also some of the algorithmic tradings I have developed the codes for specific end users. I have been doing training, especially robotics, drones, and AI and ML. I have trained around 3,000 students as of now. Maybe I have been doing this for last 4 years into various schools, for the classes from 6 to 12 kids, where they have been trained to tinkering and problem solving skills, uh, with some extent of robotics and drones, AI and ML. So I have also guided a lot of students, which have won the national awards in their competitions that they have participated through AIM and ATL platforms. So currently I'm also founder and director of Licotronics Tech Private Limited. I have passions in innovating in the fields of technology and educations. We do have certain educational kits available for the kids through this company, Licotronics Tech Private Limited. And my key interests are empowering the next generation tech professionals through hands-on training and real-life projects. That's the overall brief background about me. Um, so coming to specifically, why Python, why we should be focusing it for kids at this age. This is actually most of the things that you see as on today, and that's the power of future technology. So there are various segments that have picked up in the recent time. So data science has been a booming field for almost now 8 to 10 years, at least in India. Earlier it was there, but yeah, but it was become a booming field in last 8 to 10 years. And now robotics and automation has been going on for some time now. We have very advancement with the advent of AI and machine learning. So artificial intelligence has been there, but yeah, one of the key things that have come up in the recent is LLMs, large learning models, and which is subset of machine learning. And that has led to a lot of innovations in terms of AI. So thanks to ChatGPT, there are DeepSeek, there are a lot of things that are coming up in the market that has been going on. So that has changed lot of innovations. Now there is a huge amount of segments that have developed over a period of time. So that specifically AI and machine learning has been a booming field for various of these applications that have been developed, like a lot of automations. There is a people are afraid what will happen to their future jobs, and so see, one of the things that I would like to definitely say this is that um, yes, it is true that some of the jobs will get displaced. It's not that whatever you were doing earlier would continue to be there as it is. But again, I would say that this is a opportunity for people to learn and quickly adapt to the changing environment. I remember very clearly, in 1990s, there is a lot of speculation that when the computers are coming in, a lot of employment will go off and all that, but fortunately for India, we could pick it up, and from there is a good amount of job opportunities that have been created, at least in India post 90s, specifically through software field. So at least I'm sure, if you talk to anyone who was studying in schooling or colleges, or elders in 1990s, so they would definitely tell this. There was a lot of skepticism about how computers are going to take away the jobs of a lot of people, and how that will lead to a lot of job losses. But if you adopt to the changing circumstances, you would be able to generate a lot of job opportunities. And that's the prime goal of this course, that we would like the kids to be ready for changing environment. That is how AI and machine learning is going to take over a lot of job opportunities. So my suggestion would be that you should be making your kids ready. uh, there are a lot of things that are changing. It's not necessarily this AI and machine learning is only going to lead to the software jobs. Even other segments, electronics, you talk any segment, there is a huge amount of impact that AI is going to make. So it's very much important that the kids who are going to be the future need to be ready for the changes that are happening. And through this course, we would definitely like kids to be ready for that kind of changes that are happening. So just for giving what is this Python, and how this is very much relevant, why we should be teaching kids Python specifically. um, you know uh, this uh, I would just give an anecdote, then you can understand how this has changed over a period of time. So I have been my first program I wrote was in somewhere in 2001, almost 24 years ago, in C. And then I learned MATLAB. I had written in C, then I learned MATLAB. Then during my MSc days, I learned Fortran. Then I learned C++. Then I learned VB.NET. Then I created, that is for graphical user interface. VB was very good. Lot of technologies I had learned. Finally, I started learning Python in somewhere around 2014, 15. I knew Python was there in approximately 2008-9 kind of time period. But yeah, it was still not that popular. But once I learned the Python, all those languages have gone aside. So that gives now if I want to do anything from 2014, I have been using Python. That's the power of Python, because lot of community support, lot of open sourcing. One of the key things is that the ease of which you can write the program. And now thanks to chat gpt, you can generate the code. But you should understand how it is generating the code, how that code is going to function. Otherwise, it becomes more like, you are dependent on somebody beyond a limit. Chat gpt is good. Yes, you can generate the code, but whatever the code it is generating, if you're not understanding, then I always say this. There are, in software engineering, there are different domains, starting with operating systems. You talk of maybe, coders, debuggers. There are different levels of things that are there. Yes, it will be very tough time for the people who used to memorize the code, and who can do the fast coding. Now that will get eliminated, but still I feel that the programmers, and even to that extent some debuggers, they will have definitely the future. I don't think so that that will anyway in nearby get go off. The opportunities will continue to be there, because whatever the code that is being generated, in fact, just you can go through on my LinkedIn. I do keep posting some of the interesting posts. So one of the posts is that, how an autonomous car is getting continuously looped into one of the parking lots. It has been, there is a bug in the code, and your autonomous car, this is a real life example where people are hiring the uh, taxis which are driverless taxis, and it is getting stuck. And that there is a bug. Now somebody has to debug that and fix the code, right? So that's where I still believe that there is a huge amount of scope. If you understand what is programming, if you understand how you can debug. But yes, you don't really need to remember the syntax. Thanks to chat gpt nowadays, and even deepseek, any other ai models which can generate the code. Just I want to confirm whether everybody is with me, is able to understand what I have been speaking. So just can I get couple of messages on whatsapp, sorry, on chat, so that I can understand whether you people are being able to follow. Can I get some couple of confirmation over chat? I got one message, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we are receiving couple of messages. One message, yeah. Please do share the child name, and the WhatsApp number if possible. Your things. Yeah, email ID. Yeah, I think somebody, Chaitanya Krishna. You can, you have raised your hand. Can you please type in? That's better, because at this point of time I don't want things to be open for questions. Towards the end of it, I will open up the question. I want your comments to be put into chat at this point of time, so that I don't take too much of your time in deviating from the actual communication that I would like to do at this point of time. Chaitanya, Chaitanya Krishna, can you do that, please? um, Chaitanya, I don't think so. We would be allowing at this point of time any quick questions through your voice. But yeah, you can send your message, and I would request Raj Cloud Technologies team, if they have received any response from Chaitanya Krishna, can you please put it here on the chat to me, so that yeah, Yamuna. I think please feel free to put in your comments through chat at this point of time. I don't want things to be uh, opened at this point of time through talk. So I only want whether you are able to follow whatever the space and the talk at which I am speaking. So I want to make sure that you are able to follow. Can you please confirm? I did receive a couple of messages. Yes, yes, yes. I think a lot of people have said yes. If you are not able to, I would open the floor for questions. We will have enough time. Once the whatever we want to cover, once we have covered, I will give you enough time for all your doubts and clarifications that you would like to take from me. Yeah, either me or my team would definitely answer. Okay, I think Chaitanya, are you there? Chaitanya Krishna? Sir, will get the recordings of this class. Yeah, Chaitanya's question. Yes, this will be put up on YouTube. Definitely, we will put it up on YouTube, and you can go through it. And but still, having one-to-one direct discussion would be much more beneficial, and you can share it with other parents also, whoever would be having interest in this. Yeah. How many months? Yes, we just hold on. Somebody is asking how many months will this course be. Just hold on, we will discuss about those things, yeah. So Nazima, yeah, sure, I will just hold on, we will come to that point. As of now, whatever, I wanted to emphasize the importance of kids learning Python to be getting ready for future changes, in terms of technologies that are getting adopted. It could be, electronics, it could be finances. You talk of any segment, there will be a definite huge impact of AI onto that. So that I think all of us need to understand that. And I would definitely want everybody to be getting ready. Our kids, of course, I also have a young daughter, so I would want them to be ready with the changing environment, right? So yeah, how many months this course fees, how many hours it will take daily? Yeah, so sure, Chaitanya's question. So just you please try to understand at this point of time. We will take up those things once we give you all the structure, etc., right? So basically, this course has been designed to start with assumption that uh, they are kids, they don't know anything about, even they don't understand what is data, they don't understand the binary zeros and ones. So there is a good amount of computer knowledge that has been incorporated in the school curriculum. Even for class 1 to 5, there has been substantial amount of computer science that has been incorporated, like what is keyboard, what is mouse, what is a, how to use word. A lot of things have been introduced. But the level at which we would like to start is that we would be assuming that student doesn't know anything at all. Of course, I would definitely think that now kids are much more advanced. They know how to use keyboard, and they know how to, if I say open a Google Chrome and type in that and all, I think by the class 6th, they are aware of it. So that is the level at which we would start with. And if any student is not able to understand any specific things, we would be assisting them on one to one, more whatever they are not able to understand. So actual, the course, how it has been designed, we will share it in subsequent slides. So one of the key thing is that Python is easy to read, and this is very very powerful for many tasks, especially in automations, you robotics, embedded systems, uh, graphical user interface. You talk any domain, there are inbuilt libraries available, and for everything you can use to great extent Python. And of course, if you are going into two specific domains, like maybe MATLAB is more powerful for specific applications, Mathematica is more so there are specific, for simulations, ANSYS is there. So there are different specific softwares. But in general, if you talk of programming language as such, Python has become very very powerful, and most of the tasks can be done, many tasks can be performed with this. So in this course, that is Python for kids, we would be starting with the fundamentals, which um, uh, we would start with the fundamentals, and we would go through to the small project where they'll be able to build at the end of this course. They will be able to build. So the idea is that uh, the Python has been developed very significantly over day by day. The dependency of, in general, programming has been significant on Python. More and more people are learning, because see, there is always, I believe in this, that there is a threshold beyond which the acceleration happens very very fast. So Python, at this point of time, has gained substantial grounds in being a dominant force in data analysis, AI, and automation. All these three are very very important in today's modern world. And early exposure, if you start early, then you are having more receptive, and you have more amount of time, and you can show, you have ample amount of time to explore different things over a period of time, and you can quickly pick up whatever the segment that you want to do. Let's say finance. If somebody wants to do financial, maybe economy, all that is possible. That specific domain, you can pick up the problems, and you can be more problem solver, which is which is what most of the companies for employment, or if you're looking for your own entrepreneurial journey, uh, that's the problem solving is the key skill that would be dominant for the future, that would be seen. And of course, you have to know how to use the AI and chat gpt, and for your benefit. And definitely, I still believe there is always better performance. People do frighten that after 5 years, there could be an AI which can be more intelligent than all the human intelligence together. So but that's also happens. And I still believe there is a huge amount of potential of human intelligence, which because of certain conditions, certain backgrounds, we are not able to reach that potential. The more amount of tools and technologies that we as an individuals are going to use, the more amount of potential of individuals is going to be coming out. So in that perspective, we would like the kids to be exploring these kind of we would be giving that kind of background, understand the Python code, and try to use that, and with the help of chat gpt, generate the codes and debug the programs. And see, it's very important also to understand the code that is being generated. Otherwise, how are you going to debug? If there is a bug, let's say, for example, I was giving you a real life example of car. Based on Google Maps, it's a autonomous driving car. Now somebody has, let's say, an AI agent has generated the code, you have deployed it on your car, it is not working, right? It is continues to keep on looping around. Now somebody has to go through the code. Now that person has to understand what is the bug, and how are we going to solve that bug. And of course, over a period of time, AI agents are also going to be smart. And you can see that chat gpt, when it came in 2021-22, that time, and now the version of chat gpt has been improving. But still, there are a lot of issues at this point of time with the AI. So I would always see that if you are smart enough, you can create your own opportunities. So in summary, if you do have early exposure, especially for kids, that will be a huge advantage. Specifically, exploring them into problem solving approach, develop critical thinking skills, rather than more monotonous jobs of most of the our at this point of time, the school teaching, etc., are mostly focused on that line. you have the exams also like that. You have to write certain amount of code, and there will be a specific task that will be given. You have to write you have to by heart, and you have to do that coding. So that is okay, it's very important to learn. But what is more important is, uh, you will learn a lot more under when you start solving a specific problem. Like for example, you will be exams are part of that, where you are trying to solve a problem, but when you start taking up a critical real life problem, let it be small, let it be big, it doesn't matter, and you keep on struggling with that problem to come up with the solution, that's when you will learn lot more. And that's where your logical thinking develops over a period of time. Okay, now I have done this, what is the thing that is, and eventually that should lead to a lot of creativity from the students. And I'm over last 4 or 5 years I have been interacting with this class 6 to class 12 students. Of course, earlier I was taking at a different level, and since I have my own startup, I have been interacting with these kids. And I'm really surprised the way that kids are creative, especially class 6 to 12th. Their energy levels and the enthusiasm that I see in them is substantial. And if we give them right tools and technologies, they can do really wonders. um, the only gaps that I see is that a proper guidance and support that is required for them is required, and they can excel like anything. So early Python education actually would help them getting into the real life problems, and that would give them a proper direction to think of, where that enhances the creativity. And as the more and more technology driven world is getting more technology driven day by day, and the kids are going to be prepared for that. So uh, what are we going to cover through this course? So basically, core programming skills, basic concepts, what is a program, what is algorithm, what is logic, what do you mean by logic. We will be talking of some Python basics, like what is a variable, how the data is storing, and what are the different kinds of data, some of the operations on those datas. And we will also control structures. See, at kids level, the course is designed at a kids level. Since I have been interacting with class 6 to 12th level, so I understand critically that they don't understand just the way that we understand at a much higher age. So most of the, at this point of time, you see the trainers or teachers, they are teaching at a much higher level than the school kids. uh, but whatever is happening in school teaching is very very basic level. There is a huge amount of band gap between what is happening in the school teaching and the other level at which you are having courses more like a tutorials that are being run. You have ample amount of information, ample amount of YouTube channels, where you can get that. But what is important is, kids, when they don't understand, until unless you give one to one response to the kid, they will lose the interest over a period of time. So that is what we are trying to address. And like all these examples, for example, if else case, how in a real life example this will be helpful. If we give them a real life example, with that we demonstrate a code that this is how the logical control structure works. That makes the understanding for the kid deeper. And the very purpose of this course that we are envisioning is that we just don't want to teach. Teaching is anyway happening at schools. We want more like, people to learn through hands-on, learns through problem solving. That is the key difference that we would like to bring in through this course. And of course, through this course structure, we will be, as a, just for the completion sake, what are the things that we would be covering. I would like to say, we would be talking of functions, what kind of functions. All these will be with the real life examples we would be putting in. So of course, we will be covering some data manipulations and real world projects. So data structures, text file, some of the CSV files, how the data is stored in your computer. We'll start with the basics, we'll go all the way there. We would also have some engaging game development, some building some very easy, very small tasks, but yeah, that will reinforce their understanding of the overall perspective. It's not that, it's more like a fun learning, with deeper understanding through hands-on projects. That's the basic, underlining thing that we would like to address here. Yeah. So we'll also be do file handling, like, different, how you store the data, whatever is happening in your, how nowadays people do know about it, but yeah, like, how the file is getting stored in pen drive, and you can transfer, read and write. So all these are, critical aspects that students should understand. And we would also, by the end of this course, we would touch upon, introduction to AI, where, how we will give a overall picture of different parts of AI and how it is, uh, through this course we would only be introducing the AI as such. And we would be coming up, this course as such. For at this point of time, we are thinking that the course would be of 6 months duration. And we would be coming up with a subsequent levels. This will be a first basic level. Throughout the 1 year, we would like to have this 6 months first level course. Once whoever has completed the first level course can come to the next level. There would be finally 4 levels, going all the way up to generative AI. Even for these kids, we would, but it's not that everybody will be able to go up to that level. Based on the interest of the kid, based on the level of understanding, we would be taking up all the way to generative AI for the kids, generating AI agents. That is the ultimate target, that at different levels. Sticking to this level 0 course, which is Python programming for kids, this we would be ending at a introduction to AI, and how the AI is basically developed over a period of time. Some brief background there we will be giving it. We will be doing some real time, real world APIs, fetch the data from websites, how you can do all that. That will be part of this. We will also be doing some capstone projects, like, a calculator app, or some of those things we would, based on the student interest. Of course, we would also help them in building specifically, uh, based on their interest. But yeah, as a training, yes, we would give one specific demonstration here, but we would help the students to build their own interested things, so that would give also opportunity for them to showcase their skills and creativity. So that's the thing. What we would, through this course, would like to do is that, this is based on our discussions internally. We had a lot of iterations how this course needs to be designed, so that, we can effectively bring the student to the level at which, by the end of this course he'll be able to do it. So there was a lot of iterations, whether, just simply the classes would be sufficient. So finally what we have come up with is that, uh, weekly there will be 2 hours, like, Monday and Friday, there will be 2 classes from 6 to 7 p.m. That is the current scheduled time. but we are flexible. We want your feedback so that we can definitely modify the timings. So weekly there will be two lectures from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., one on Monday, one on Friday. Then there will be tutorial sessions, especially like topics like if we covered certain topics during the class, we feel that certain topics many of the students are not able to understand. They need little more help in those specific topics. Th- then we will conduct tutorial sessions separately. That is, class is separate, this tutorial session is separate. But that is most likely it is based on the demand and the students response in the class, what is the kind of things that they are not able to understand. And we would conduct these tutorial sessions. Like for example, I can say this, if the students is not able to understand how to what is data structures, we will explain in the class. But it is not, we will have certain amount of time dedicated in a regular class, 6 to 7 hours, because class is having different level of students. So it might not be possible for everybody to be catching up, but these tutorial sessions, we will have it more deeper discussions for specific topics where students are not able to understand them. It could be like what is a program. If they don't understand what is a program, we will have a detailed session on that separately. So this is beyond these classes, there will be a separate tutorial sessions based on specific topics. And then we would like to have one-to-one doubt clearance session based on the appointment. So we will be having certain number of tutors who are going to give you one-to-one doubts clearing session. So of course, the classes will be recorded sessions, they will be provided to you for multiple watchers. It will be lifetime access. Please keep on watching. The students will be advised to go through the same recordings again before coming to tutorial sessions if they are not understanding. uh, if after tutorial sessions also the recordings will be provided to you, even after going through them, if some student is still not able to understand, if some doubts are still left, we will have doubt clearing session one to one. That is, you can contact the support number. Please take an appointment with the concerned tutor. uh, you will be assigned one of the tutors where you can discuss the doubts based on the topics that have been taught till date, that because we will not be going beyond that. But whatever the topics that have been taught, if the student is not able to understand, we are going to have this doubt clearing session one to one. You can fix an appointment, 15 minutes to half an hour with one particular tutor, and that tutor will be available at that particular point of time. There will be a fixed timings, like Monday and Friday classes are there. There will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So those remaining 5 days, there will be a specific times that will be given, like most likely 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., or 3 p.m. to based on the mutual agreed times between the tutors and the student. We will announce those timings, but if somebody is requiring a specific timing, we can always accommodate. That's not a problem. So we can do that. These tutors will help uh, your ward, your kid, to learn whatever the doubts he has on one-to-one basis also. You can have whatever the things that are. So in summary, we would not just teach, it will be more like a guided learning. uh, the responsibility would be that the student has to spend time. It's not that just because I'm going to tell and tutor is going to clear the doubts, the student is going to perform. They need to spend time beyond the sessions that we conduct. And if your ward is able to, our responsibility is to clear the doubts and enthuse them and try to give all the opportunities in exploring different segments. And if they're interested in finance, if they're interested in some automation, if they're interested anything that they want to work upon, we can help them. That is the main thing that we are going to do. In summary, I would like to say that the course that we are as of now planning is for 6 months. So each Monday and Friday, so maybe I will just summarize that, so that you can go through it. Yeah. Please do go through this Raj Informatica website. You will have a lot of that information already. So maybe I'll just zoom in little bit. Yeah. So this will be a kind of 6 months course. So we will have Monday and Friday. Okay, Monday and Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. These are live classes. Then we are going to have this is a 6 months course. This is the class. First is the class, and second would be tutorials as and when required for specific topics. This is based on class. Like if any topic is not being understood by the students, we would conduct these specific tutorial sessions, and based on those topics we'll pick it up and we will conduct those specific topics as a subset, and that will be considered as a tutorials. Then we are going to have one to one doubt clearance sessions based on appointment. So there will be specific tutors, who are going to help the student to learn and practice whatever that is being taught in those specific topics. So that would be the overall theme that we would be conducting, and these are the three things. So what are the tools that we would be using for this course? Like today I will also give a quick demo of Google Colab, how kids can use it. And if anybody wants to do it live with me, they are free to do so. When I'm taking the demo, they can also do that. We will also be teaching how you can install offline on your computer for doing much more powerful things on your own computer through Anaconda. There is a Jupyter Notebook that we would be using. So we would be uh, guiding the students also to that process. But if you are not very comfortable with the kids, specifically this system to be installed with those things, even Google Colab should be sufficient for throughout the course. But yeah, for advanced projects, if you want to do, we would help also in installing these specific tools which you can do it offline on your computer. So we'll be doing some level of live coding with the students, and we would spend sufficient time. That's why we have extended this course over a period of 6 months, and so that students will learn, understand, deeper understand, get the doubts cleared, and practice the code, and so that their learning will be further enhanced by there is a slow amount of information that is being passed down. We do understand that a lot of students, especially class 6 to 12th, will have their own curriculum, that school curriculum that is going on. That's why we don't want a student to be stressed too much. So if I would say this, if 2 hours of lecture plus another 2 to 4 hours of time spending by the kid, by the end of 6 months you would have a fair amount of programming Python. You should be able to do any small program codes. You should be able to understand any others, somebody else who has written the codes. You can build small projects by the end of this course. That is why we have stretched it, because we understand that the kids also have regular curriculum. We intentionally made it 6 months because we don't want kids to be pestered during the exams. We want parents also. A lot of parents would be saying that, this is based on my own understanding of schools, how they function. Usually out of 365 days, around 180 days is the kind of time period where the low amount of load on the kids will be less. Rest of the times they will be occupied with certain school annual functions are there, exams are there, all that. So with that assumption, we have designed this course for 6 months. Okay, so we would be using both Google Colab and Jupyter. You can use either of them for the live coding. uh, these tools make the very important interactive learning. They would I will do this. It would be very helpful for them to do hands-on experience, and they get the real time feedback based on their programming skills. It's very important that thanks to a lot of development that has taken place, like Google Colab kind of things. You can just, you don't need to install any software, just you run the code, it will be giving the output. That's how now things have been in our I still remember, we used to write the code, we used to compile, we used to execute. A lot of things were there, but now that all those steps have gone off, and just you real time you write the code and you get executed. That's the thanks to that, and people are able to make a significant progress. So I would just to give you how the sessions are going to be there, in the real time. So I would be taking this demo, that is build a sandwich with Python. This is a kind of demo class for kids, how I would be taking the sessions, so that you can understand how the if any students are there, they can do along with me. But yeah, they can also do, okay, they can also do along with me while I'm telling this. But yeah, it's for them to if any of the parents also would like to try out, they are free to try out this. Okay. um yeah, sorry, something is happening here, but yeah. So let's start with the Google Collapse, and if any of you would like to take it up, and please do that. So there are a couple of questions. Maybe I will just ask. Hopefully, I must have already answered these questions. If not, we will take it up during the question and answers. But at this point of time, I would like to just go through a demo class, so that you can understand how the demo is going to be. Okay. So the demo topic is that, what is a programming language. That is the topic that I would like to cover today through this demo class. Okay. So fine. So build a sandwich with Python. Okay. um, what is a program? Program is nothing but like it's a syntax in which you tell how your Python is going to actually uh, code or program. Okay. Like, if we talk of simply making a sandwich, there are certain number of steps. Like, you take a bread, you keep put the butter, and take the next the slice of bread, cover with it. These are the small steps. But when you go in terms of programming, please understand that these are, if you have to tell these steps to a robot, how you are going to tell? So you have to exactly give step by step. Take bread, spread the butter or cheese, whatever you want to keep, the some of the slices of tomato or whatever you want to keep, cover with the top another slice of bread. So these are the different steps, right? So let's see, can I reverse the sequence? Will the sandwich be made with any of the reversing the sequence? Definitely not, right? Like suppose I can't spread the cheese without taking one slice of bread. So that is what is the sequence in a programming. Okay, it has to go through certain sequence to be able to make the successfully the program function. So you have to make that logical flow the way that we do any real example. See, computer is like a robot, right? It does whatever we tell it. Now you have to tell it that first, take the bread, spread the butter, spread the, maybe jam. I don't know if you are talking of a simple bread and jam. If you talk of a sandwich, you spread the, butter or cheese, then you put the vegetables, sliced vegetables, then cover with the top bread. So that is the sequence in which it is going to work. Like, I would just demonstrate how this is going to work with one of the Google collabs. So for that, just you go there, you just type it on a Google. You need to open the Google Chrome. I am sure that nowadays all of you are aware how to open it. Or else just, there is a Chrome icon that is there. Either you open a Firefox, or there are different browsers that are there on a your laptop, or on mobile also. Either of them is fine. Just you have to type colab, COLOB research.google.com. So even if that is not there, just you search for colab, it will come. It's not that, of course, see, if you're opening at on a Google Chrome, Chrome will give you their their website to be the priority. So definitely, it will come there, right? So you can copy that link. I will be pasting it here in the chat. You can use this, right? I'll just paste it. Okay, meeting group chat. Okay. So you go to collab research google.com. Then you open up this link, whatever I have sent. It will open it up just simply like this. When once you click there, you will be required to log in with your email ID. Whatever the email ID that you have, Gmail ID, you can log in there. It will open up with welcome to collabs. With if you have written earlier programs, they will be there. Or else, you can always clear from here and start off afresh, right? I will just clear this. It has gone, right? So once you logged into Google Colabs with the help of your Gmail ID, you can click on simply this new notebook. Okay, if you click new notebook, it is going to create your environment, whatever is the place at which you are going to write your program. Okay, I think the people are waiting. Yeah, so it will open up it like this. So here you can, whatever the program that you are writing, this is a file name. Just you can save that, this is a demo class. Just I'm putting there. So this is the file name that you are going to save, and this will be available in your drive, right? So since this is a Google Collabs, your Google Drive, whatever is available, this file is getting saved there. That is demo class dot this is Python notebook. And here is the environment where you can write your code. Okay. Like, just I was telling you that you can do the sequencing. Like, just let's say, here there is something like, always we have to tell the system whatever it has to be done. There are some keywords that you need to be used. Like for example, here it is print. Print is a command through which whatever you want to say to the user, like, that will be the output, will be placed there. Okay, if you say print, it will output whatever you are going to put it inside. So then you have to say this is the actual syntax in which you can write your code, and whatever you want to actually output it, you have to put it inside this. Like for example, get two slices of bread, right? Get two slices of bread, right? Then once you type here, just you need to run it from here directly. Okay, so it is running, it is running. So still the code is running in the backend. So because it requires a certain background programs to be run, once it has run, it has given an output. Okay, what does it say? Get two slices of bread. Whatever is inside this is the actual lines that are being coming as an output. Okay, let's say I would like to make sure that it is correctly, case wise it is correctly placed. Now if I run this, see, this time it has become faster, right? Like last time it used to take more time, because that is the first time that you are running this whole notebook. So it was running in the backend little more time to set up few backend things, like, because you can see this is not my system, but this is on the Google Colab. There is a space of available for me, whatever has been allocated. Based on that, this is the space that is available, so you can write your own programs and definitely do whatever the analysis that you want. So this is connected to a remote computer on which you are writing this code. Like for example, I would like to add further another commands. I would say print. Okay, I would say maybe let's say spread the cheese. Okay, if I run this code, so it says ki, you can say maybe, if you want more nicely, you can say this step 1, step 2. This is a guidance that you are giving it to user, how you want to make the sandwich, right? Like for example, I would like to say this. Okay, it's already running. So now you got step 1, get two slices of bread. Step 2, spread the cheese. Now if I want to do something more, maybe, just I would take this up, copy it and paste it here, and say that, steps to make a sandwich, right? So if I run this code, yeah, steps to make a sandwich. So this is what it is printing step by step, how you can make a sandwich, right? So but let's say what will happen if I reverse this order, right? Is it, let's say I would just reverse this order, right? I can cut it and paste it. See, because that is the program is nothing but a sequence of commands which are getting executed, like, this is the this will be executed, then this will be outputting, then this will be printing. So this is what we call it in program. Okay, so that's what we call it as a program. So you have lines of code which are getting executed, and of course it's not necessary that whatever the code that you are seeing it here in the same sequence, but it is always starting at the first line, it will start. It all depends on how you have written. There are other options, like, functions where you can call from the earlier, later. There are a lot of options that are possible, but in general you can assume at this point of time this much, saying that, it's a sequence of codes which will get executed is called a program. Okay, so you can create a functions for this. Like for example, um, maybe like a recipe, recipe for making sandwich, this could be a recipe for making sandwich. You can have recipe for making tea. So you can also say, um, okay, there are something called functions. Okay, just I'm trying to explain you so that how the future classes are going to be there. Like, you just call a small function, uh, how to make is your function, how to make, in bracket you can say sandwich, in bracket you can say tea, in bracket you can say rice. You must have got this kind of interactions even with chat gpt in of the programs. But at the back end, you have somebody has written these kind of codes based on whatever the information that we are receiving, how that will be processed. uh, I hope that has made it very clear to you how a program is there. And that it's very important, the sequence on which you have written your code, and how effectively, how user friendly you are going to make your code will define. Basically, when the user is interacting with the code, those things will be solved, right? For example, you have made a mistake here. Like, for example, what is a program, whatever you are telling it. Like, for example, if I make this as a step 2, if I have made a mistake, the computer will not be able to understand at this point of time. Of course, now if I use gemini, it will say ki by, it will try to figure out that there are, if I use artificial intelligence on this code, it will say that there are bugs. But it is not always necessary that all the bugs will be identified by this ai. In fact, that disclaimer is always used, right? Even if I open with chat gpt of any of that, maybe I will just show it to you. Chat gpt, uh, you know if I open that, there is always that disclaimer that is written, right? So okay, accept all. So if I am asking, let's say, maybe python, so is helpful, so that it always give you, see this disclaimer: chat gpt can make mistakes, check the important info, right? So that is very important, because these are actually learning models that are there now. Still, these are evolving models, you would be required to spend some amount of time to make that. Okay, so in summary, program is a sequence of code which gets executed line by line, and it's very important to write the sequence of code correctly and try to understand how it has to be sequentially, systematically written, right? So that's the this is something similar to doing any activity. If you have to tell a robot, whatever the thing that you are going to tell a robot, you have to instruct it the way that it has to do. It doesn't have its own intelligence at this point of time, most of the times robot. So program is that, right? Yeah. I hope that brings in, like the way that we are going to correlate each, one to one, how a real life examples will be used for teaching, and how the correlations are there. Of course, it all depends on the students receiving perception. If they're not able to understand one to one, we would be addressing those questions. Yeah. So with that brief, I would like to open the floor for questions. If you have any specific questions, maybe I will go through all the old questions. Then maybe I would pick up. I will also leave the floor for voice over questions as well. Okay, so maybe I will just quickly first pick up the chat and quickly go through all the old questions that were there. Okay, let me see. Um, yeah, please, once again, this is our sincere request. Please share your child name, parent name, if you are looking for any specific one. Whatever the whatsapp number is there, we will add you to this python for kids whatsapp group for all the further updates. So I will just go through one by one, if there are anything. Yeah. So we will get the recordings of this class. Yes. How many months? I have answered this. This will be a 6 months course, and 2 days a week, Monday and Friday, 1 hour each, and followed by a specific tutorials that will be conducted, then followed by a appointment based one-to-one doubt clearing sessions, right? Uh, uh, okay, how many months to this fees? Yeah, fees. So at this point of time, we wanted initially the feedback from the parents, if they want, parents or kids, if they want any specific things to be included in the course, any specific ideas that you have, that we are not able to cover at this point of time based on your understanding, we would like you to give that feedback, and accordingly we will finalize the fees, and we will communicate it to you on Monday. It should be definitely affordable. It will be kind of a tuition that you would send your kid to, and you should we would be charging more like the amount of time and efforts that are being put in by our team. That's the kind of charges that we would be putting in. It's more like regular tuition. That's the kind of charges that we would like to have it. Yeah. What are the timings of this class? Yeah, so that I have answered, from 6 to 7 p.m, Monday, Friday, twice a week, for 6 months. And we would give in between offs, like for example, mostly like half yearly exams which happen somewhere around uh, I'm not sure. It's here. It's somewhere around November and December first week kind of period. It all depends on the ward. So based on that, we would give it. Yeah. Next question. We are losing people. Oh, okay. Need to give me access, please. Okay. Yeah. I think yeah, some people have left. Okay, but that's okay. Hello, sir. Is this okay to attend? Is there any age category, or so we would prefer from class 6th to class 12th. So that's the age band. Class age 9 would be, I would still prefer that they're too early, because they don't understand what is basically a computer, the back end. They don't even know about much about certain amount of background that is required. If you think that they can pick it up, and we are ready to help them, but it all also depends on how much they are used to your systems. uh, Preferably they are little early, but based on the need, you can yeah. So yeah, whatever the contacts that you have shared, we will have that. Yeah. So now I will give the mic access. You are free. You can ask the questions. Yeah, please. um yeah, I will stop sharing. You can ask the questions. So shall I enable the mic access? Okay. um, where is it? Can somebody from the support team help me in yeah, I think
Yes,
Lakshman. Yeah.
yes, sir. Already activated, sir.
Yeah, sure, thank you. You can ask the questions. Anybody, whoever has any doubts, they can ask. Chaitanya, and I think all your doubts are clear, right? So usually I have this habit of asking people specifically whoever had earlier. So I would like to make sure that at least people whoever has asked the question, their questions are always asked. That is the same thing that I follow even in the class. I would love to have the questions, and I would like to clarify things. Please. Any questions? Please raise your hand if you want mic access to be enabled for you. Anybody? Let me see. Okay, you they can unmute. Okay. Um, yeah, somebody has given thumbs up. Let me see. Good. At least you can share your feedback if you want. Whatever you are. Um, I hope that is this kind of course is. Would you be interested in recommending any of your relatives, friends? I would say that, I would only say ki, it's our sincere request that if you feel that any of your friends or relatives who are in this age band would like to, can I have the WhatsApp number? Yeah, but we do have our support team. Um, I think uh, from the support team, can you please put up the WhatsApp number on which they can contact for any further things. Yeah. So I think it's written. Yeah, Vishnu. I think it has been posted in the chat. Can you see it? Yeah, it's 8105296858. Yeah, so you can contact on that WhatsApp number, and if most of the things should be able to answer. But yeah, because it's not possible that always I would be available, but yeah, our support team will get into touch with it, and if I'm available, they will put you in loop, or they should be able to answer your most of your questions always, especially regarding the administrative part, where the course content wise and access wise, all the things. But as far as subject is concerned, if they feel the team will put you in loop with me, then we'll be able to answer that. Yeah. Any other questions that you have? Yeah, somebody is asking me that, what will be the kind of any other things that will be part of this. Yes, there are some things that we are trying to consider, like, if one of you are asking that, some tab or something like that along with the course. So let me see, I will talk to the team. I'm not very sure, but as of now the idea was that we would go ahead and make the curriculum, because most of you have already either have laptops and tabs for you. But yes, some of the students might be also be interested. I'm not very sure, but yeah, the team will the Raj Cloud Technologies in general, the management team will take a call, like, how, because especially this becomes a kids being course. So I don't know how much affordability and things are there. So they will take a call whether that kind of possibility is there or not. Uh, it will be whatever will be there, it will be part of this course, definitely, if there is anything that can be coming up. The fees, um yes, the range would be kind of, the tuition fee that you pay. uh, it depends on the location, but yeah, it's but for online course, usually these are charged at since this is a 6 months course, we are spending good amount of time and efforts. We think it should be in the range of 10,000. It could be less, or it could be additional, based on the other add-ons that we put on. So it could be plus or minus, maybe 1 or 2 thousand. So that is the range in which we are thinking for this course. So but please understand that this will be a 6 months course, and 2 hours per week, so approximately 8 into 6, approximately 50 hours directly live classes, followed by a lot more tutorials, followed by one to one you appointment based doubt clearing session. So that whole package you will be getting it as a part of that. And if there are any hardware, like in terms of tab or anything that the management team thinks of, we would be putting in. Yeah. Any other doubts? I think this another additional doubt I had received. Yeah. Any additional doubt? Sudhakar ji, Vishnuvardhan, I think Trinay, Lakshman has answered. Somebody with Lenovo, Yashwant. I think most of these names are very familiar for me in terms of our Python AI course. Even Suresh. um, I think these people have taken Python for AI. So yeah, so see, the basic idea was that we want more and more people to be learning this. So at this point of time, that Python for AI with ChatGPT was little higher level course, but this is much more basic course even for the kids. So that course is at a level 2 course. This is at level 1 course, or I would call level 0. And the actually Python for AI is level 1 course. Then we will be doing some machine learnings, and that will be level 3 course, where we'll be learning a lot more, machine learning algorithms, AI based, some visualization techniques. A lot of that will be there at level 3. And level 4 we will have generative AI as well. So those are in pipeline. Yeah, at an appropriate time we will be putting up those things as well. So Ganga, I think Sarah, Sudhakar, Suresh, Yashwant, Lakshman, Trinay, Vishnu, Karthik is from the team. Yeah, please go ahead, and if you have any specific questions, please feel free to ask. Usually I do this for all the classes. Yeah, please ask your questions if you have. I think I am not receiving any response. At least, are you there? Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm? Oh, Yashwant is from grade 3. Can he join? Yashwant, I think, see, grade 3, it all depends on what is the level at which. It's not the just grade. In computer literacy wise, at what stage he is. um, does he understand how to write a just how to use word? See, I can say that uh, you open this, like for example Google Chrome, and type in collab dot research. I will be pasting those links on the chat for quicker. But you should understand that if I say click on that the link that I have sent it on a chat, so if parents are there, definitely the grade 3 students also can pick it up. It's not that it's very difficult. But if you think leaving just grade 3 student alone in the class might be too much, expecting them to be learning. It all depends on his level. See, I personally believe that for any subject, the student might be in grade 8 or grade 6. But like even for physics, I see a lot of students even at grade 3 level, and some students at grade 6th might be at a grade 10th level. So there could be a complete course curriculum, all that variation is there. If the kid is not able to do things independently, in terms of, if I'm saying you type this, you open up this, if that much is available, then from there I can take it off. But if they don't know, they would be requiring, see, doubt clearing session, all that is possible if student is, because all these are online, you understand, right? So they would be asked to do certain things. Okay, you open Google Chrome. If they don't understand that how to open Google Chrome, how it's not possible for the either tutor or the instructor to do it on the student's behalf. So either parents have to be supportive in that sense ki they can give remote access or help the kid in providing those accesses. And if the students appetite is there in terms of learning, it is possible. But yeah, he has a computer classes, okay, so he wants to join. Yes, you can advise him. And of course, you can see, uh, get him joined. And definitely we will try to help him. There is no problem. Um, Class 3 is also okay, I think. I do understand that, my daughter was there when she was in class 3, so there are some computer knowledge is there at that point of time. So only thing is that the intellectual level I'm not very sure. But slowly if we push him, I think if he has interest, he will pick it up. uh, I would only say that, the parents has to be helpful. And of course we help. But since it is a remote job, the parents has to be certain amount of help. Okay. Yeah, Yashwant has answered, asked the question. Anybody else? Who, I think, Cyber Ghost 87. Is this a kid or is this a parent? It looks quite interesting. Cyber Ghost, huh? 87. Cyber Ghost 87. I think if you I think you have joined little late, but yeah, you can. I think I'm sure you must have joined earlier also. Just now, I think you got joined the class, the actually session finally. So if you have any doubts, you are free to ask. Yeah, I think I'm sorry, Guniji. I think if you have any doubts, you can. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, Cyber Ghost. I'm very good. So yeah, I think I received a message. I don't know who is this. May I know your name so that I can recollect if we you were there at some point of time in any of our courses. I think Guneet. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Guneet, C. Guneet. Yeah. Guneet, do you have any, since you have joined late, so I wanted, you can type if you are not comfortable in unmuting yourself and asking to speak. Either Cyber Ghost or, Guneet, you are free. I think Ganga, that person also can speak or chat, so that, if nobody else has, then I can end the session. Or else, if you have any doubts or anything that you want to ask, you are free to ask. Mm, okay. Yeah, thank you. So I think child Liam Dubey. Okay, Liam Dubey. Okay, so we will do that. We will add your information, Liam Dubey. So we'll add the number. Anybody else?
Sir,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have one doubt, sir. Sir,
yeah,
do
yeah.
we have one more demo, sir? Yeah, this one only.
This recorded session will be available for you. You want one more demo?
No, no, sir. Just I am asking, sir.
I can't see who's speaking. Okay, Lakshman. Okay. Yeah, Lakshman. So I'm not very sure at this point of time, but yeah, we would, if required, we can have actual, real kind of one session being conducted, with more amount of demo part rather than introduction. See, this I wanted to make sure that that orientation is there for the parents. So this session I wanted. Why, the essence of the course I wanted to communicate at this point of time. So maybe yes, we can conduct. So I'm not very sure, but we will ask with our team and we can schedule. I will discuss with the team and maybe we can schedule in the next week, and that is coming week. Yeah, so let's try.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Lakshman. Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Thank you, Lakshman. At least, it's nice to be hearing people's voice, and especially after putting in a lot of efforts, and it would be nice to get the feedback from you people. Yeah. Anybody else who would like to speak, or communicate there? I would request you to do so. Else, maybe if I'm not receiving any further, I will just end the session. I would ask the team to end the session. Hmm? How come I am getting only just a minute? I did not have all the. Just a minute. I'm taking up all the text message.